This is ContactTalkRadio.com. Consciousness in action. And you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Ping.fm, and Upsnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Transformations with Tarasutphen. Tarasutphen is the author of Blame It on Your Past Lives, Soul Agreements, and The Abenda Chronicles. Grammy-nominated audios, videos, and MP3 series. You can find these MP3 series now at TaraInsight.com.
With Tara. This is Tarasutphen. And my guest today is Lena Jolton. And she is an Emmy Award-winning TV star. Yes, she has been on the Hollywood Wives in Scandinavia. It has gone out. It's just a #1 show back there in Scandinavia. And she's so popular all over the world. Hey, welcome, Lena Jolton.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here with you today.
Thanks. You know, it's really interesting. When I first met Lena, I know I have this little psychic thing, but when I saw Lena, I just knew she was a star. And I was like, where is she going to be a star of? She's like a rock star. But and then she became a huge TV star. So anyway, it was just really fun that my little psychic antenna was up, and I was just wondering, come on. Why hasn't it happened yet?
Your antenna is always correct, though, so thank you for seeing that.
Yeah.
Way before I did.
Right. You were just having fun. I was just, honing in on what your whole life, your future was, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when did you start, and I know that you didn't have super aspirations for that. You just really believe in an amazing life. And so when do you think that you came into knowing that you walk a beautiful life? Because you've had it rough. Your father was sick when you were a child. You were an only child. In snowy northern Sweden there. So, talk to me about that.
I think, because I experienced a very tough and rough life, I have to say, and a lot of sadness and heart pain when I was very young. My dad was sick my whole life. He was so sick he couldn't even be there when I was born. And he got childhood diabetes when he was 12, which at that time, he would have been 93 now. So there was nothing really to do. He has to shoot himself up. He was in coma, sometimes 2-3 times a week. I had to be in an ambulance to the emergency room with him. He bit his tongue off. He was in comas. It was very tough. And being, 12, 13, 14, 15, he passed when I was 15. He was 48. And before he passed, he was in coma for a few months. And after that, I lost my aunt at 38 and cancer. She got it when she was 31. Then my boyfriend was in a car accident and passed away.
Yes, that was very, very traumatic. I would have been in that car.
I should have been in that car.
Oh my gosh, because I know that you were living in Paris at the time. Yes. And he went to Corsica, right?
He went to Lisbon, Portugal.
Portugal.
Yes.
And just off of one of those wild streets where, you think, wow, the cars are going fast and there's no real guardrail, right? He went off.
And the brakes didn't work. It was a rental car.
Oh, rental car.
So he just flew over and straight down into the cliffs. And I would have been there. My mom called a few days earlier and said, I want you to come home. But she didn't tell me why. She just said, I need you to come home. I said, Mom, I have this long weekend planned with my boyfriend. And I said, we're looking forward to get out of Paris. I was studying there at Sorbonne, and all that, and I was busy. And so she wouldn't give up. And I said, it's not like my mom. There's something she needs to talk to me about that she doesn't want to say on the phone. So I never forget, we were on the airport. I said, bye, Pierre. I'll see you on Monday back in Paris. This was Thursday evening. I went to get the plane back to Sweden, and he went to get the plane to Lisbon. Rented a car when he got to the airport. in Lisbon and got this car with faulty brakes. And I never heard from him that evening, so I said, he was tired. He went right to bed. And first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, my phone rings at home, and it was his parents. So a truck driver had been coming early in the morning because at night nobody knew, that he was, what happened. So, yeah, it was some tough years. Plus, growing up, I had to suddenly be the big, the strong, taking care of Mom when Dad passed away and she collapsed, So I think my most important thing that I learned, not knowing where I was going, what was happening in my life, was take care of your body, mind, and soul. We only have one, and enjoy life. Because we don't know, it might be taken like that, which my boyfriend was taken like that at age 24.
Yes.
We never know. We think we're healthy and then a truck hit us or a bus hit us. So what I really learned, which was a big life lesson for me, was to live life to its fullest. And when it's the darkest and we have the most darkest and most hurtful and saddest and most difficult time when it comes to health or financial or whatever it is, or to make changes in our life, go for it. Do it. Be happy. Be content. Do some adventures, take chances.
Yes.
And I learned that early, and I think I've been living my life like that since then.
Yes.
That life is precious. Life is a gift. And live it to its fullest and be positive. And I think the positive part is something people always tell me, and you know that.
Yes.
That I'm always smiling, laughing, even when I've gone through my hardest, 5 years that I've just had. Another, challenge for me here. And when it's the darkest, and it was very dark for me, and I never thought I could get depressed, and I've been depressed, deep, deep depressed. I never thought I was going to use that word, but I have been now. In the last 5 years, everything I've been going through, it was too much and too heavy. And when it's so dark, there is no light. You say, where is that light when I need it? You just got to keep getting up from that hole. Just get up. And the light is there.
And
so
once you get there,
look for it
then you're okay again.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't that just such an interesting? Yeah. And why do you feel that, do we choose it to become deeper human beings, to reach out to others so that we understand them, because we're all in this together. So are you, do you feel on maybe a universal level, it's like, well, if I experience this too, maybe I can just reach out and bring you up. Like, oh, you're worried about your beauty? Oh, let me reach down and I'll help you up. You're worried about where you're gonna, financially be. Let me just kind of help guide your way. I feel that that's been my role all over the place. Whereas, it's not really that I really need to go through these experiences in life. I'd rather not go through them too. But but when you have the experience, oh well, this is what I did to get out. So hey, this is what you need to do to reach up, because everybody goes through such, sadness.
I think the funny part is when you meet people for the first time, they don't really know you. They never thought you had a hard day in your life. They said, you're so fun, you're so up, you're so positive, you're so, my God.
Right, you look good in a gunny sack.
Lucky you, lucky you. And I go, and you stand there and you look and you go, God, they don't really know a lot.
But that's sweet though. They want to be sweet, and that's what they're giving you love at that point, and you want to envelope them in that same It's what I find.
But a lot of when we, with the TV show and everything, we had a lot of big interviews and on other big TV shows like Jay Leno shows and interviews like that, big shows like that.
Yes.
And a lot of the question was like, God, you had such a great life and lucky you. I said, what do you mean lucky? Nothing comes and knock on the door and said, hey, come on, we got a trip here. We got to take you here. We got to do this. Yes. Everything is served for you. No, nothing is served.
Yes.
And one of my favorite things is, and I'm a big, big believer in karma. So I believe karma is, it serves you what you deserve.
Yes.
So be nice to people, have compassion, you know, love people, and just give. And I'm a big giver and a caretaker because I had to be so young. So I just learned that was just me, and always been me now, you know, as you know, and as you are the same. And it's something that's hard to let go of. And now in the past, when I was so sick myself, people say, you got to leave that alone now. Now you got to be selfish. For one time in your life, I said, I don't even know how to be selfish. I don't know how to think that way or do that. But sometimes you have to just be with you and be, as they say, selfish. Think of you, what's best for me, what do I need to do now to heal? Or, you know, and take that time to just, for you.
Well, yeah, because I think that's programming and habits. To whereas, you know, some people run away from themselves. And so you run away and you don't take time to, eat well. You don't take the time to exercise well. You don't, and you don't have to exercise a lot. You just have to exercise a little, to make sure that your body is at its best and your health is, supreme. It just takes a little bit of effort, but most people forget that because, because giving, you have to be strong yourself to be able to give. And so you have to be in the center of your being to where you're balanced. Know when to give, know when to take, know when to receive, know when to be loving, know when to be by yourself. Yeah, it's all very important.
Absolutely.
And it's not like sleep is being by yourself. No, you need to meditate, you need to read a book, you need to rest let your body rest a little.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
as well as go.
How can I said, you schedule everything else in your life. 8 o'clock, drop kids in school. 9 o'clock, meeting at there. 12 o'clock, lunch with blah, blah, blah. I said, you need to schedule other things in because taking care of your health.
Yes.
It's more important than that because if you don't have your health, you cannot do any of the other things that's in your schedule. Yes. So I always say to people, start easy and light, half an hour walk around the block. Anything. Start with something alkaline in the morning instead of acidic coffee. Or whatever. Do something for you, know. And I think that's so important and start scheduling in, like right before you pick up the kids from school, for example, schedule into an hour at the gym or a salsa class or whatever you enjoy. As long as you start doing something you enjoy and then you start feeling better, you start having more energy, the other things are easier to do and you start looking better.
Yeah.
And then you're in that thing, God, I got to do this now because I feel better, I look better. And as soon as you start feeling that, then you will keep going with it. It's the thing about starting it that's so hard.
Right, it is. Well, it's where to begin.
Yeah.
I just went to Ravi Shankar's ashram, and in North Carolina, and it was for a nutritional seminar, and so it was really interesting. The things that you don't schedule into your life. It was just fun. It was fun to be, to know, to just get back into the recipes again. Know what's good for you.
Yeah, it's so easy because if we get a red light in the car saying, oh, your oil is low or, oh, you need water, of course, like right away we take the car in because
especially
right, like oh shoot, it's gonna break down on the freeway. Or what about your body?
Yeah,
it does give us some red lights, like I feel this, I don't have energy, I don't want to get out of bed, or my skin starts feeling bad, or you start aching, or it's because your body needs to move. We are made for movement, not to sit in a chair and stare at the computer for 8 hours a day.
Well, or if you're really achy, and getting some of these, some of these autoimmune diseases, it's time to detox. Mm-hmm. That's really where you're needing to go. A lot of people start taking, even aspirin over the counter. All, in the pharmacy. And it's not about that. It's about starting to eat well again. Because I know that you juice every morning. She wheatgrass. You do a lot of wheatgrass. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I believe, I got that question from 20-year-olds and from 80 years old during, different interviews and shows and all that stuff. Like, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? What do you do for your hair? What do you do? It all works together. Like, if you take care of your body, your hair will be good, your eyes will be, clear, your eyes, you will see bright, you will, everything works together. It's your body is a machine that is unbelievably, put together. Thank you, God.
Yeah, well, I never see you wear glasses.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you just see well. Just like me.
I just see what I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
But bringing up detox.
Yeah.
When people ask me, what do you do? What is important? Give us 3 things. I said, there's so many things.
Yeah.
And having a positive mind, even if you're not happy that day, you don't have to walk around laughing, but put a smile, even a smile on your face. Just, your body knows. It's amazing. Instead of just sitting, you don't have to be nothing to smile about, maybe, but put a smile on your lips. And your body knows, like, oh, positive. It's good. This is good.
No, it's very good. And I always think saying nice things to yourself in the mirror. I used to give
always
that
talk to yourself,
to my clients. 15 years ago, I started that. That one, like, you need to say nice things to yourself in the mirror, because people would look at themselves in the mirror and they would just be horrific about themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, no, go in and just, you don't have to even smile at yourself. Just say, oh, I like that color. You're wearing a great color.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, or I'm feeling good, just generally. Whatever it is, just go in and say something positive. Instead of scowling at yourself or saying, oh gosh, you look terrible today, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to program yourself. They say that about the positive talking, and I've noticed it more and more. I've heard a lot of complaining lately. I'm, very sensitive to that because I try to listen to people on a deeper level. And, I don't necessarily, I'm not psychically reading people at all times. I try to turn that off as much as possible as well. And, because I've never wanted myself to be uncentered or so empathic that, my body's screaming because everybody around me is going through their problems. So I usually stay at my core, pretty centered. And that's turning off a lot of people's feelings around me, because, I realize that I'm not feeling this. It's actually somebody maybe standing next to me. So that depression or the sense of nervousness may not be mine. And so, but to help somebody is to be able to say something really kind or nice, and just being in the flow of all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something else that you and I have been talking about, excuse me, is what you can do anywhere you are. Specifically if you sit in traffic, or if you're in a meeting, or if you feel stressed, if you're running late, and people are so tense right now. People are giving you fingers, even if you didn't do anything. It's like, I'm just driving along by my ear, what is it? And people get stressed out, and you get nervous, and and I wave and smile, and I go, then I get even more upset.
Right, and then they're mad.
Breathing. There's so many, to breathe right. It's a super, super, super important thing, because it gives oxygen to your whole body, and it's proven scientifically that breathing right, when you are stressed or nervous or feel like you're going to explode, it takes down your blood pressure like that in seconds.
Wow.
Seconds.
Seconds.
So and you can sit and do that in your car, right? Just knowing
Oh
that.
my gosh.
In through your nose, all the way to your tummy. You breathe
The prana
in.
breath. She's talking about the prana breath, which is, it is an actual, longevity move in all of us to be able to breathe all the way down into our stomach. And what people don't understand and what we were talking about last night is when you breathe, when you're breathing in, you want your tummy really big, Buddha tummy. You want that big fat belly. And then when you breathe out,
and you work your stomach muscles.
You work your stomach muscles, and then you get a really flat stomach like Lena. Lena does it all the time, and man, her stomach is like incredible. But she says, this is, you want a flat stomach, you just do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So she
and all the oxygen to all
yes.
your, intestines. I mean, to all your organs.
There's a lot of us just shallow breathe. I'm probably.
Most people do without even thinking about it.
Yes.
Especially when you get stressed or nervous or anxiety, yes. It's just here. It's right above your chest. I mean, it's you breathe like you're going to have a child or something, giving birth, which is the wrong breath. Also, when you give birth. Also, same thing. You should breathe all the way down.
Down into your stomach. Yeah, and it probably alleviates maybe even some stomach problems.
Absolutely. The oxygen is very healing.
Yeah.
That never gets down there normally.
Yeah. And I have videos actually of Lena teaching me these breaths
cleansing breath.
I'll try to find them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll post those because they're such fun little videos. I just randomly took of Lena showing me one day
all the different breathing techniques.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And something else I want to bring up that you just mentioned is detoxing.
Yes,
that's on top of my list. When people ask what is important to do. And you don't have to start extreme and do a week or 10 days or 2 weeks. You can actually start with 1 day of juicing.
Oh, one day? One day of juicing?
1 day of fresh juice. And you don't have to stand and peel vegetables. Go to any health food store, juice store. They are everywhere these days, fresh juices. Mm-hmm. You buy 3 or 4 of those, whatever you like. Start with a veggie juice, then you can have maybe a fruit juice for lunch and drink a lot of tea and water in between just to flush.
Tea like herbal tea.
Only herbal tea.
Herbal tea.
Nothing with caffeine.
Okay.
Just herbal. And that's a very good way to start and easy way to do it. Like do it maybe on a Sunday. This should be the day of rest, right? From the Bible. The day of rest is Sunday. So do it on a Sunday. You don't have work and running to school or meetings or whatever. Take 1 day and start with 1 day maybe every 3 weeks or 1 day a month. And then you do 1 day every 2 weeks maybe. And if you can, every Sunday, which is hard for normal people because they have family
dinners. It would be better for me on Saturday.
Because what you do is you're giving your digestive system, which is your most amazing system in the body. You're giving it a break. It doesn't have to work at all when you drink liquid. Mm-hmm. So you're giving your whole system a break. And I believe that the way we live today, the air, what we eat, which we don't know even if we try to eat organic and fresh and all that, we still get so much stuff in the water, in the air we breathe, everything. And toxic collects in your body and gets more and more and more and more and more. And that's why I think a lot of our illnesses and sicknesses and things comes from is we are over toxic.
Yeah.
And what you do is you clean out everything. You clean out all your organs. And then you can go, like when I do it now, I go about 10 days.
Yes.
That's what I do, And you feel like a different person. Everybody says, did you do something? Do you have facelift something? Or did you, you really, your eyes, your skin, the way you feel, the energy you feel is insane when you go through that because your body don't need all that food. And then if you eat the wrong food too, it's so hard for your body to digest and you put together the wrong foods that you eat,
Well, I have to brag on Lena for a moment because we're at an anti-aging conference right now. And she did this machine that checks your antioxidants and your level. And she goes off the chart. She goes up to 87,000 or 93,000 every time she does it. And no one does that.
And 100,000 is the max.
And 100,000 is the max, yeah. So, I mean, she does things right. So, we're all listening to Lena. Yeah, we all want to look like Lena too. So there we go. There you have it.
Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah, that was an exciting moment yesterday when
she's the talk of the convention. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, everybody, guys and the girls, the young girls there had like 42, another one 38. Yeah. The guy had 43, I think, and then I come.
That's right. Yeah, I know.
So that really was fun.
Fabulous.
That was really great.
Fabulous. I know. I love it.
So I think for people not to go crazy and say, this is too much, I can't do it. Start slowly. Start with baby steps. Just do something.
Yes.
Instead of nothing. And everybody can get something in. Whatever that is. You want to start with exercising. You want to start with drinking more water. Always, by the way, I just read this. This is very interesting. That if you drink a big glass of water right before bed, and maybe put a little squeezed lemon in it, it actually can help you against heart attacks.
Oh, yes, yes.
So, things like that. And I always have a bottle of water or a glass of water next to my bed. First thing I do, I sit up in bed.
Never without water.
And I just pour down a full glass of water. I love some lemon in it. First thing I do in the morning, because that flushes the liver. And which is one of our most important organs in the body, of course, because it's our garbage can.
Yeah.
So that's the one that collects and gets tired. And the older we get, it gets, clogged and it gets tired and doesn't work as well and so on. So it can't get rid of as much toxins and garbage that we have in the body. So we need to help it. We need to be kind to it.
Yeah. Whenever I've, eat, the tortilla chips at Mexican restaurants, I'm always drinking hot water and lemon because it's an Ayurvedic remedy to squeeze your liver. And, I just don't really eat any fried food. That's only fried food I don't allow myself to eat is tortilla chips. So, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's one of the big no-no on my list too is deep fried things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But now you can,
and I've been in the South.
Oh my God. Well, everything's fried.
Yeah, it's beautiful food though. There's so much fun. Those, I forget what they call them, where they have all the fish, the catch or something. They call it. Yeah. Those parties. Yeah. Wow.
Well, I just got back from Sweden and Europe.
Yeah.
And I have to say, every time I come over there, I go like, everything is so easy. I don't even have to think about, okay, now I got to find all this in organics, and all this. It's not like that. I can drive right to a farm. I come from a very small town, very close to Denmark, actually. And I can go straight to the farmer and buy eggs and veggies, and everything is grown. They never allowed to give any shots to the cows or chickens. They're out running around. You get chickens running between your legs. You go and catch the eggs. And and I feel different over there. It's not like, and even going to the small markets and stuff, you don't have to be crazy about buying organic. Unfortunately, in America, they're not that strong about the pesticide and everything they spray with and antibiotics and everything they use for, everything growing quicker, faster, bigger and whatever. So be a little careful with specifically giving children. It has to be organic meat, organic chicken, organic. Because
I know.
They inhale and they've been showing now kids having their,
menses and everything early.
So early, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Now at the time it was like, 13, 14.
Right, you want that?
It's like,
right,
so just think about that's something that's really important, I think, to think about.
Yeah, we don't need to develop that fast.
No. But it's just they're just small little things you can think about, you know.
Oh, yes.
Like that.
No, it's very important. It's very important to take care of the people around you as well as do it yourself. I mean, because, you know, you need to be strong.
Yeah.
To be strong and to be healthy is a wonderful and beautiful gift in life.
We have to spread and help people who can't do it and help them start.
Absolutely.
And give them love and support and, you know, and all that. I think it's super important. And something else that I think it's beyond exciting, and I know we talked about it before, but my meditation every day. And it's really rejuvenates your body. It helps you in so many ways. I can't even tell. And you, of course, know that. And I've been meditating for, 30 years or something. But it's really, I schedule that in every day. Yes. If I miss it, I go like, it's like I missed a meeting or something. You know? And it doesn't, like I said, but I can't get that 20 minutes in. I said, okay, so stop your car on your way home and do 10 minutes in the car.
Do 10 minutes and then do 10 minutes again sometime other in the day.
You know,
I mean, just
always,
do it.
Or if you're excited or something sets in your meeting or something, go to the bathroom and sit for 10 minutes and just deep breathe. That's also kind of a meditation. Just calm your body down and then go back in. Or, I mean, there's so many, because the stress is so hard and so dangerous for the body.
What I noticed with stress a lot lately is that not only, you know, you think that the mind is going round and round, but a lot of time the gut is revving at a different vibrational rate than even the mind. And so you have your body, your stomach area just, you know, churning at such a speed and maybe at a different speed than even your mind's going. And so there's no cohesiveness of where these decisions are coming from, what the flight or fight mechanism of where your fear is. And it's to step out of fear is to take a step back and assess the situation. There is a solution to every problem. Okay. So where do you start to find that solution? You know, for one, you don't let the society run your life. You know, I mean, bills and all the rest of it, I mean, they're important, but they're not where, you know, I mean, relax, get into a state of being, you know, to allow yourself to change into a better human being and to a relaxed human being is much better than this anxiousness and fear that people, you know, have been having for many years now. And I noticed, you know, that what you concentrate on is what you become. And so a lot of people who've been complaining about religion or politics or who's on the internet or who's not on the internet and all sorts of different things, doesn't matter. Like, take a step back. You can take a step back from all of it. Like, someone talked to me the other day about the news, that sometimes I don't know a lot about the specific details of the news. Well, it's not that I need to know specific details of the news. I actually read all the headlines off my Twitter and off my phone. But, so I specifically read what I want to read. The thing is, there is a synergy and an energy. And what energy I want to be in and what, you know, is a state of grace. So to be that way, you must actually live that way. So, and to be an example of that, because it's not about that I'm not going to vote or I'm not going to do this or that. I am. I just don't have to be anxiety about it. It's all change. We are moving at 65 million miles an hour. And we don't think that we're into change. We only stay on this planet because of gravity. So just relax, everybody. We're here for the ride. And it's a good one. Yeah. So, and we got to make it beautiful.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
So anti-aging. Tell me more about that.
Well, I think it's a lot of the things we just talked about. Anti-aging is to have a positive mind. And sometimes I have to say, living in the middle of Hollywood or Beverly Hills, as I do, can be very hard. And when you start getting, when you start getting more mature. I don't like the word getting older.
Hey. There's no getting old.
I'm still growing up.
Hey.
I'm working growing up.
Well, in reality with that, let's just take, I used to look at photos in Europe, and I was always so amazed because the same street would have a photo 100 years ago of looked the same, the street. Everything was the same except for the people on it. And I think, well, the earth, I believe in reincarnation, so I believe that we're just going to change. We go into a metamorphosis and a transformation, transformations with Tara. And so the thing is that we need to relax on that as well. Aging, years, you're supposed to meet the people that you meet, no matter what their age. You're supposed to do your purpose upon the planet. It's not about age. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Age, we're here, lucky. We landed for 100 years, and then we go off. That's what we do.
And as Pitbull sings, sorry, but I love his music because I love salsa and samba and Latin music. I love Latin music. Hilarious. I have so many different sides to me. Yeah. Thank goodness. Back side and the front side and the left side and the right side. He says, every day above ground is a great day.
Yeah.
That's one of his lines in one of his songs. And that is true. And we should be thankful for that. Yes. And have gratitude. And that's another big one, gratitude.
Yes.
Don't look at the things you don't have. Look at the things you have.
Yes.
And be grateful for that. Mm-hmm. People always, and I love America, but I think a lot of people here is like, why do they have a better car? Why do they have a bigger house? Why do they take more vacations? You want people to be happy for you. And I'm always happy, as you know, for my friends, what they have and what they do and everything. Mm-hmm. And I think to have gratitude for everything in your life is huge also. Huge. I think that's something that also comes back, that you say thank you for another beautiful day when you wake up in the morning, or do a short pray, or the shortest prayer you can do is thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. That's not even a second. And that's the fastest prayer you can do if you don't have time. Mm-hmm. You can do that when you brush your teeth. Quite
well. Yeah, I think that it is. This is the beautiful part of you, Lena, is that you're in gratitude. Is you can see it. You take care of yourself and then you're outward. Okay, it's that balance. Yeah. The balance of you can walk out the door and you're going to say hi very cheerily to anyone who's in your path.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're into the soul of the person. Mm-hmm. You're not into any sort of stature of who anyone is. You're just going to look into their eyes and say, hey, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
And laugh with them for a minute, and they'll love her because of it.
But that's all it takes. Driving out of a parking garage, there's a little guy sitting for 8 hours in that little booth.
Oh, my goodness.
And I always smile at him. And I go, hey, it's so nice to see you again. How are you doing? And you give him a big smile and say, oh, thank you. You made my day. And so then it made my day because I made his day.
Right.
It's so easy to give that. And it costs nothing. It's free. Giving a smile or, and a smile and whatever, and ask how you're doing or have a great day. Or it's so easy to do.
Yeah, and there are people who will reject that. There are people who look at you crazy and like, oh my gosh, I'm having such a terrible day. I really don't need your grinning face right now, And, but the bottom line is they remember it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they did need it. And they might have not reacted about it right at that moment.
And the funny thing, and this started, actually, our girlfriend Marla, who you met because she was staying with me, of course, about 25, 26 years ago soon.
Yes.
In Malibu. And, we took the kids to Kabbalah spirituality for children.
Oh, yes.
When they were just a couple of years old, and at the Kabbalah Center. And we were so curious, Marla and I, like, I wonder what they're going to do with the kids at this. They're so young. What can they teach them, really, Yeah. So we asked the teacher, might we sit in the back, real quiet, and just, see what's, yeah. So, of course, the class was very interesting, but what really was, to me, that I remember specifically was, and that is true in all ages. Doesn't matter if you're 2 or 3 or 83. Every day we wake up, we have choices. Yeah. How do I want this day to be? Am I going to go, oh God, I don't want to get out of bed? I mean, you're already starting negative, right? Oh my God. Yeah,
well, you don't see kids doing that.
No. So we have a choice. We say, okay, instead of saying, thank you, God, I got another day. Right. Some people die in their sleep or go to the next place in their sleep. We didn't have time to say goodbye or whatever to our loved ones. So thank you for another day. And wake up and say, I have a choice. Do I want to be in a positive gratitude mood today? Do I want to be in a negative kind of, oh God, work again? Be happy you have a work. You have a job. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at it in a positive way. Yes. And that's a big, big change for your body too. And everything, all your chemistry in your body will change to that positive, and you will feel better. The stomach ache might be going away, and headaches and migraines go away, because now you start putting everything in a positive way.
Yeah. I have, work with clients, and and it's so interesting as far as, like coworkers and stuff, how you have to go around coworkers, and people get really bored and sad, and they're upset, and they stretch their money too far, and all sorts of different things, and they're anxiety. And what can you do for them, and so I taught them, just like I taught the teens when I had the psychic teens, is that's not really about you. What's actually happening is you have a lot of empathy for others, and so therefore you're not liking to be in the classroom, you're not liking to be at work, when you just change the situation, because you're a powerful being. And you can't change the whole room, but you can change yourself. And so the thing is that you start being in your core being, you come into this positive self, and you start saying nice things, or just supporting others, anchoring them where they don't realize that you're saying something that's going to anchor them. But then they start acting differently. And then all of a sudden, your whole life is different, because everyone around you is acting nice, or acting at least in a more forward way. And so it's not affecting your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really beautiful. And so, I taught the teens that. That was one of the big things I taught them, and they've all gone on to really super great lives. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
And you mentioned balance before. Yes. And that's one of my main words, and have been for a long, long, long time. Mm-hmm. I used to pick a word every New Year's Eve where people go, oh, this year I'm going to diet, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to, whatever they're going to do or think they're going to do. Right. I pick a word. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing that for a long time. But for quite a while now, balance has been my word. Mm-hmm. And I really believe in balance. I don't believe you should be only this way or only that way. I don't think it's good for you or your soul or people around you. You can drive people crazy being too much.
Too focused on something.
So I believe you feel better and everybody around you feels better if you have a balance. Yes. You don't have to go crazy. I'm going to say right here, I love a little tequila every now and then.
Yeah, and you do. We call her Lena Sita because she loves tequila.
That's right, Tequila Lena. So I believe that don't think you have to take everything out of your life that you've been doing. Right. You don't have to. And that's what people think sometimes. That's why I have such a hard time starting any kind of program. Oh, I can't live without my glass of red wine in the evening. Have your glass of red wine in the evening. Yeah. Not 5 of them. Yeah. But 1 or max 2 maybe, but not more. So don't think
very European of you.
Yeah, I know. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. So balance is really important for your own feel good and for people around you to feel good.
Yes.
Not to drive everybody crazy, because we do have some friends that are so, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do. It doesn't matter sometimes. Have your ice cream sometimes if you want. And now you can have not ice cream with if you don't want
every
to do
night.
dairy, you can do, or every night, or you can do sorbet without any dairy products in it. Or there's choices. Again, choices.
Yes.
You have choices. But don't think you have to go absolutely crazy and stop all of this because now I'm going to do all of that. No, meet in the middle. Have a balance. Very important.
Well, it's funny. I was at a buffet. I'm not even sure where I was at a couple weeks ago, where somebody brought me a dessert, all sorts of desserts. Oh, now I remember where I was. Anyway, yeah, they brought me this whole plate of dessert. This was a young girl. She brought me this whole plate. And I was like, okay, I didn't want that much dessert. And so I took a little bite of everything, and then I was sorry, but I did throw it away. And because I just wanted to taste it, but I didn't want the whole thing. So it was just really cute that she had brought it to me, but that was it. I wanted to taste it, but I didn't want.
It's okay. Something else very important to feel better is to eat slower. American people specifically, I only have half of a. You never see that in Europe. They sit, they take their time, they enjoy their meal, they talk. That is so important. Look at French people, Italian people. Look, that is as important as the meeting at 2:00. Is to have the meal and enjoy it. And when you do that, when you eat slower, you eat less. You're going to lose weight if you want to lose weight. That's the number one easiest trick. Eat slower. You're going to say, oh my God, I can't even finish my plate. So next time you take less and less. You're going to eat half of what you normally ate before, and you're going to be full because it takes half an hour for your brain to register what you put in your tummy.
Wow.
So eating slow and chewing better is a major, major thing. Plus your body, if you chew longer and better, your absorption and your digestive system doesn't have to work as hard. You don't get gas, you don't get stomach problems, you don't swell in your stomach. It's because it's already juiced up. That's one of the first things you learn when you go to health places, where you learn how to detox and how you learn how to cleanse and all that.
Right.
Number one, eat slower.
Unless you go to We Care, and man, there's no food on the premises. For a week. No, but it's great,
American people eat too fast.
No, they do eat too fast.
Everybody's done, and I have half my plate left when everybody's done. Normally, when I have the dinners.
Yes.
Or I talk a lot too, but.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. I mean, because
so true.
Yeah. Yeah, because I see you eat. You're not fussy.
No, I eat a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I eat slow.
Yeah, you eat slow, relaxed. Yeah. Let's enjoy this.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's another thing I see when I come back.
Well,
here
maybe
from
enjoyment.
Europe.
It actually may be an enjoyment, to be really super grateful of the food as we enjoy it at the moment and raise its vibrational value.
Yeah.
Because, that I do believe that, you raise your vibrational level by raising the gravity a little bit off your body. So that's like allowing all this, pettiness and fear and anxiousness and frustration to kind of leave your conscious, mind and auric field, because it weighs us all down way too much.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, we see it. There's definitely proof of that, where we see people, suffering. They're on some level. Definitely on some level.
Yeah.
Hey, Lena, so do you take personal appointments with people? You would?
Yeah.
And do you have a website or an email that people could contact you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So could you give that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lena MJ226 at AOL.com.
Okay. So Lena226. Oh, Lena
MJ226
at AOL.com. So you can
Or if I'm busy and it takes a while to answer it, but, you know, because I am setting up website and stuff like that. So, you know, where I'm going to do more of like a business of products and things I do. And
well, I think you should do some consulting upcoming more because, you know, you're just such a wealth of knowledge and to help, you know, people get into their really into their beauty zone.
Yeah. So I mean, I can take some emails, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm going to do appointments more on phones. Yes. Talking instead of emails. So it's, the email might not be the best, but it's okay if there's a few.
Right.
But if it's a lot, I'm not going to have time to answer all those emails.
Well, no, it's hard to do that because I definitely have.
Because I'm going to do phone instead.
Yeah, and I always take Skype and phone readings and hypnotherapy, you know, and I have a center, so if anybody needs to come and see me, you know, definitely book an appointment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Sedona. I am off to Sedona October 27th through 28th. We do have a few places left. It's going to be a fun group, very fun, beautiful, amazing group. And I'm taking an excursion first to New Mexico and to we're going to the reservation as well. I'm going to go up to some holy ground to pray. But then I'm in Sedona. And so October 27th, 28th, it's at the Sedona Creative Life Center in Sedona. And you can email me. That would probably be easiest. Is taraappointment@gmail.com. So Tara, T-A-R-A, and then full appointment @gmail.com. So and my website is tarainsight.com, and you can type in tarasutphen.com, and it will go to it too. But Sutphen, you know, is hard to spell for most people.
Even hard to say for some people.
Yes. So
that's why you're such a special being and goddess.
Yes, thank you. Well, we have Goddess Lena, and you know I always call her Goddess Lena too. Yeah, she is. She's our goddess. She's always been just such a ray of light. You know, if everybody wants to dance, let's dance. Yeah, she had a birthday party where we were all doing, it was when Zumba wasn't really there yet. It was like maybe a first Zumba class, and we were all doing it. It was hilarious.
It was fun.
Yes. So, you know, I know that we're on our countdown, and I just want to say that, Lena, it's just been great having you on the show, and I can't wait to have you again. And, you know, we're going to learn all these anti-aging techniques and devices, and we're willing to share them with you at all times. So please don't hesitate to contact us about all of it. And thank you for all your continued support, Lena, and all of you out there. And blessings, everyone. Lots of love.
Thank you for listening to Transformations with Tara. Tara hopes this program brings guidance and insight towards a better tomorrow. If you have any questions or inquiries, or would just like to know more about Tara Sutphen's workshops and seminars or private sessions, please visit her website now at tarainsight.com. Until next time, many blessings.